I like to call it zero to breakthrough. Are you working from desperation? Or are you making that breakthrough mentality kick in? What do you have to do?
Our next guest is going to make you seriously question what you have done with your life. Vernice FlyGirl Armour is a Marine, served 2 tours in Iraq as the first African-American female combat pilot, also the author of Zero to Breakthrough, the 7-step battle-tested method to accomplishing goals that matter. And now she's spreading her message of strength and inspiration here in St. Louis and visiting with us first. Welcome.
Great
Pleasure to meet
here.
you.
Absolutely.
I am so impressed by you, and thank you for your service first and foremost.
Honored to serve.
You're speaking today at Centene, which of course is a private corporate event, but a lot of people can kind of get your inspiration through your book, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. Zero to Breakthrough, the 7-step battle-tested method for accomplishing goals.
You're scaring me, but I kind of like it.
I think I need to go back and read it.
Now talk about the message you have not only for Americans, but for women, for African Americans and African American women.
And all women and guys.
Yeah.
Right?
It's an all-inclusive message.
Absolutely, absolutely. So basically, when I was out in the desert, before we could take out the target or release our weapons, we had to get permission from the ground controller, right? Well, I say there are no ground controllers here in life. You are your ground controller. If you don't give yourself permission, who will?
Do you think we all can learn something with what you learn in the military and how you carry yourself to apply it to regular everyday life?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that,
what would be the #1 thing, would you say?
Create your flight plan. Where are you? Where do you want to be? Right? And that's why corporate America brings me in so much. And because it's not just where are you, where do you want to be, in your vision, in your flight plan, right? But how do you get there? And I say 1 mission, 1 goal, 1 team. We're all in it together.
But let's be honest, some people have huge obstacles compared to others.
Absolutely.
And it's like, well, where do I start?
#1, acknowledge the obstacle. Don't give it power. Everybody said, oh, did you have sexism, discrimination, this, that, challenges?
Yes,
was
yes,
hard,
yes,
was
yes,
hard?
and yes.
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 And acknowledge the obstacles. Don't give them power. Even the average white guy has obstacles. Everybody has them. Now, ours might be unique. You know, I'm black, gay, woman, now mom, veteran, service disabled. I mean, I check a whole lot of boxes.
You've got quite a resume.
It's crazy. And if we want to continue to move forward in life, #1, create your flight plan. Where are you? Where do you want to be? #2, pre-flight. Mitigate the risk. 3, take off. 4, execute, because you got to take action. And #5, review, recharge, reattack. There are only 2 ways to succeed. First time or again.
You're confident, you're amazing, but what slows you down, what makes you question and brings you to your knees where you have to stop and say, okay, time to regroup, time to configure the flight plan?
New challenges and obstacles.
Yeah.
Because they're inevitable. As long as we're living, we're going to have them.
Yeah.
Right? And I think every day I have to look at what's my gutsy move, right? And gutsy move, in your gut, you know what's right. It takes guts to do it. But you got to take action.
All right, look at the climate of America today. Divisiveness everywhere, from the NFL to the White House to, and I'm just talking facts, right? This is This is happening in our world.
It's just
right.
Facts, yes.
This is happening in our world. So how do we, as one person, take that first step to maybe make it change?
And you just said the key word. How do I, as one person, or we, as one person, because change does start with us. The self-leadership on the inside, right? And I go out and do all kinds of leadership talks, but really it starts with the leader inside, and it goes back to that permission in the desert. If I don't give myself permission to make a difference, to make a change, to make my gutsy move that is going to take us further, that is going to take our team further, then who's going to do it? It has to start with me. It has to start with you. It has to start within each of us to make that move. But you got to give yourself permission. You got to make bold, gutsy moves, and you can't wallow in stuff. You just can't.
Got to move on. Would you ever consider a run for public office?
So many people have asked me that.
Well.
And I believe if you want to have a voice, be in a position to be able to say something too, right? So
is that a yes?
I just keep my nose clean until I figure out my platform and, you know, where I'm going to do and all that stuff.
Do you have a flight plan for it, Vernice?
I am in the process of ground school.
Gotcha.
And figuring out the flight plan. But you know, my whole life has been about service. Being a police officer, being in the Army, being in the Marine Corps. Now I'm just serving, you know, in a different way. And I do believe there's a way for me to serve in another capacity. And I'm just like everybody else trying to figure that out. just like working out. Once you get in shape,
Right.
you don't just say, I'm not ever working out again.
Right, you gotta
I tried the
maintain
one-year
it.
plan. That didn't work, right? But it's a journey. It's a journey.
All right, remember her name, Vernice Armour,
Hey.
FlyGirl.
Facebook, Vernice FlyGirl
She's
Armour.
on Twitter,
Instagram.
She is there, so follow.
Hit me up.
All
Look
right,
forward to the
thanks for
combo.
coming in. Welcome to St.
Stay
Louis.
gutsy.
John, she will make you rethink your life.
Tally ho, Vernice.
Boom.
Yeah, make it happen. Still in ground school, yeah.